Hey everyone, this is going to be a real quick PSA video on what's to come in the Starglitter Shop for the month of November, as well as a little overview of each of the items that are going to be available and what you should and shouldn't pick up. If you guys are watching this video early, it is going to be a heads up to see if you guys want to pick up Razor or Bennett or the Royal weapons. This heads up is for those that are in the NA or EU server, as the people that are in the Asia servers have already swapped over to the new shop. Without further ado, let's get on with the video. Alright, for those that are unaware, to get to the Starglitter Exchange, you're going to go to the menu, to the shop button, to the Paimon's Bargains, and you're going to have the Starglitter Exchange here. There's also a Stardust Exchange, and you get both of these currencies from summoning. This month of November, they are going to have Bennett and Lisa in the shop, as well as the Black Cliff weapons. In the month of October, there was Razor and Lisa, and the Black Cliff pole, and the Royal weapons out otherwise. Bennett is one of the best healers in the game, especially at Constellation 1. Lisa is a okay unit, Ara. And then the Black Cliff weapons are actually a crit damage weapon with increasing attack for long duration every time you kill an opponent. The Black Cliff Longsword has 8% crit damage, as well as the Warbow has 8%, while the other weapons have 12% at a trade-off of the base attack, if you see here. We'll go over these weapons a little bit later, and if you should pick them up or not. But first, let's go with Bennett, the prize of the November exchange. What makes Bennett so great is actually his burst skill. If you go under talents and go to his burst skill, it's called Fantastic Voyage, and it says if the health of a character in the circle is equal to or falls below 70%, their health will continuously regenerate. Regeneration scales based on Bennett's max HP. If the health of a character in the circle is higher than 70%, they gain an attack bonus based on Bennett's base attack. This base attack scaling increases with the talent increase as well. As you can see here at talent level 4, I'm at 70%. At talent level 1, it is, I believe, 56%. If you guys are able to get a Constellation for him, though, for Constellation 1, his Fantastic Voyage's attack increase no longer has an HP restriction and gains an additional 20% additive base attack. This means that you do not have to be below or above 70% HP anymore. You'll always be healing if you're below 70% HP, as well as always have an attack bonus no matter what your HP level is for your characters. But even at C0, he is still a very great healer. As you can see here, I'll use my burst skill. You can see the radius is kind of large, and then you can see Klee healing inside of it. I'm healing 1700 per tick at a rapid rate, and it'll continue to heal people as long as they're inside the circle. Even if they take damage, they'll have that healing going on. Now, if you want to compare that ultimate's healing rate compared to another character, this one's Jean's, where you'll see here that she has an initial burst that's very large, and then the tick rate is about the same as well. Jean's healing is based off of attack, while Bennett's healing is going to be based off of max HP. You can just chuck all of your useless HP percent artifacts on him, or a good flower that you had left over, or just healing bonus artifacts as well, just like any other healer. Another perk to Bennett's ultimate or burst skill is that he applies the pyro element to characters within the field. This is going to act like a cleanse. So say for example you have a water or a hydro element on yourself, a debuff. When you're in the field, it's going to apply pyro to get rid of that hydro to create a vaporize that deals no damage to yourself. Another perk is that his energy cost is only 60. In the game, there's currently energy costs of 40, 60, 80. So this is a mid-grade energy cost. So it's going to be very accessible to get this ultimate over and over again, especially when you have a bit of energy recharge as well as other power units in the game. If you don't know how other power units or other similar elements on a team affects your energy recharge, make sure you guys check out my team building video to go find that out. Alright, really quickly, we're going to show off this cleanse. You can see here my Bennett is wet, and if I use my ultimate here, it cleanses off the wet with Vaporize, and now I'm no longer wet. Bennett's elemental skill, or his E, actually has a very low cooldown, and it generates multiple elemental particles. Each of those fire particles you saw there will generate 2.7 or 2.4 energy, depending if a fire unit is on the field or off the field. Now we're going to go really quickly over what kind of gear you're going to want to put on Bennett. For myself, I have Favonia's Sword to give him energy recharge, as well as for my artifact sets, I'm giving tons of energy recharge. My main objective for Bennett is just to hit his ultimate over and over. If you have enough energy recharge, you guys can always go for something such as the Noblest Oblige set to go and get some more burst buffs going on. Or you guys can go pick a 4-piece set, such as the Exile set, to give your team energy as well. It's your choice. And then when it comes down to the main stats, substats, all you're going to be really looking for is HP percent. You're just going to want to give him a lot of HP because his healing is going to scale off his max HP, and his buff is only on his base attack. You cannot increase your base attack other than through character levels as well as your weapon. Base attack is your weapon's base attack, not including this at all, as well as your character's base attack. Now moving on to the weapons of the Starglitter exchange. For the month of October, they are the royal weapons as well as the Black Cliff Pole. The royal weapons are the crit rate weapons, where it's going to have attack percent main stat and crit rate on the passive. I personally don't recommend that you guys pick up these royal weapons unless you're spending thousands of dollars on this game, as Starglitter is very rare. There is a bug with the royal longsword to be used on Xingqiu to give himself 100% crit rate on his ultimate if you guys do want to abuse that bug while it lasts, but at the end of the day, I still don't recommend that you purchase an item based on a bug or an exploit. Now for the Black Cliff weapons, the longsword and the warbow are going to have the lowest crit damage but have higher base attack like we stated earlier compared to the other three weapons. The passive of the Black Cliff weapons are actually quite interesting, with having 12% increased attack for each enemy you defeat up to 3 stacks, leading it at Refine 1 to be 36% increased attack, and each stack is going to be independent of each other's time. Now, I don't know if these numbers are correct, as these are going to be from closed beta, but as you see here, from when you refine these items, they go up by 3% per stack. So that would mean that at Refine 3, if you are able to buy out the entire 3 collection in the shop, it'll be 18% per stack, and at 2 stacks, you'll have 36, and at 3 stacks, you'll have 54%. 54% attack increase is quite huge, especially on top of the increased crit damage that you're going to also have. And as you can see here from the Black Cliff Slasher, the Claymore, at level 20 you're going to have 21.2% increased crit damage, and at level 70 you're going to have 45.4%, and level 80 you're going to have 50.3% crit damage. When you're wearing this weapon, you're going to want to stack more crit rate on your artifacts, like a crit rate helmet and crit rate substats, and kind of wean off of the attack percent. And the reason why you're going to want to have less attack percent is because the more attack percent you stack, it's going to have diminished returns. Similar to how Elemental Mastery, the more Elemental Mastery you stack, the less effect it's going to have for you. It's not going to be a direct correlation of 1% equals 1% at a later rate. If you guys want to check a video out, Jin Jinx has a YouTube video. He's a very big math person in the Monster Hunter world, as well as in the Genshin world now. So be sure to check that out. I'll be linking that video in the description, as well as there are Reddit posts that talk about this. And so all in all, the best ratio you're going to want to have is going to be a split ratio of having all your stats spread out evenly, kind of with having 2% crit rate, 3% attack, and 4% crit damage. You're going to want to try to follow that as closely as you can. I know this artifact hunt is very rough, so you guys can't ideally follow it all the way, but try to do it as best as you can. So every 2% crit rate you have, you're going to want to have 3% crit damage. Every 2% crit rate you have, you're going to want to have 3% attack, and every 3% attack you have, you're going to want to have 4% crit damage. So in a 1 to 1.5 into a 2 ratio as well. In conclusion, if you guys are on NA and EU, I do recommend you guys pick up Razor if you guys can afford the Starglitter, but if you guys are free to play and don't have a whole lot of Starglitter, I would highly recommend that you guys wait till the shop updates to the November shop to pick up Bennett. I think Bennett is the best healer, if not one of the best healers in the game, including the 5 stars, as he's the only healer that's going to be giving you a base attack buff. As well as being a pyro unit, he will be very helpful for floor 9s and floor 12 of the Abyss that do reset. Keep in mind that Abyss 9 through 12 are the only ones that reset for the artifact chest rewards as well as the primo gem rewards. And as for free-to-plays, I don't recommend that you pick up a weapon, although if you do absolutely need a weapon, the Black Cliff weapons are actually pretty nice as long as you have a crit rate oriented character, whether through its natural stats or through artifacts. And on my pay-to-play account, I may pick up a Black Cliff weapon to test out the numbers, as well as do some theoretical spreadsheet math for it. So if you guys are interested in the math, make sure you guys come by on the Twitch channel to go check that out. But these weapons at max refinement or refinement 3 may be very comparable or better than some of the 5-star weapons. If you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to join the Discord and swing by on Twitch as well. If you guys liked the intro, please do thank my friend Falsifies. He's on Twitch and Discord. All links will be below in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. I did forget to mention real quick that there is always the possibility that they put 5-star characters or 5-star weapons in the Starglitter shop, so try not to burn all your Starglitter right away and just save it, but free-to-plays and pay-to-plays should still make sure that they pick up a C1 or a C0 Bennett.